Bacon and egg pie is a New Zealand classic, perfect for any time of day, served warm or cold, always with a good amount of tomato sauce or relish. Welcome to Recipes by Karina, where I share with you how to make classic and simply delicious recipes. Make sure to follow my page or subscribe for a new recipe each week. Start by defrosting your pastry. You'll need 3 to 4 sheets of frozen butter puff pastry. Try to find butter puff as it is so much better than puff pastry made with margarine or oil. Alternatively, you can make your own rough puff if you have the time. I'm using a 30 by 20 centimeter or a 13 by 9 baking dish, so I'm joining 2 sheets of pastry together to fit the base of the dish. You can use a different size dish if that's all you have on hand, but the baking time may differ. If you'd like the full recipe for this bacon and egg pie, it'll be on my website as well as the full measurements listed in the description box below. Place the pastry in the baking dish, making sure it fits into all the corners. We're going to need about 10 eggs for this recipe. The pie makes enough to serve about 6 to 8 people, so if you are feeding a smaller amount, you can easily halve the recipe and bake it in a smaller baking dish. But this pie does make really great leftovers. Take 5 of the eggs and crack them into the bottom of the pie. There are a few ways you can do bacon and egg pie, and it's kind of debated which is best. Some like whole eggs, some like completely scrambled like a quiche, and some like it in between, which I think is best. So I'm taking a fork and loosely breaking up the yolks. You can leave them whole, but I find when eating the pie, you end up with big bits of yolk and then other parts that are just completely white, which isn't the best. The same with completely scrambling them up, you'll want a little bit of definition there. Once you've cracked in the eggs, it's time for the bacon. Again, there are a few ways you can do this, it's all about preference. I think the best way to go is cooked bacon, as it has so much more flavour and is crispier, but you can use raw bacon and let it cook in the pie. I've got 250 grams or half a pound of streaky bacon, which I've sliced up and fried off in a pan for about 5 to 10 minutes while my pastry defrosted. Alternatively, you could use any other type of bacon, not slice it and lay it over the eggs. Add half of your bacon to the pie and follow up by seasoning well with salt and pepper. The bacon is pretty salty, but the eggs really need a good amount of salt and pepper. Next, crack in the remaining 5 eggs. For some different texture and to keep the pie interesting, I'm keeping these ones whole. You can also crack them into a bowl and whisk them up with a fork until they're completely combined. There are many different versions of bacon and egg pie, and this is a pretty safe classic, but don't be afraid of adding anything else you would like. Cheese is really popular along with fried onions, leeks, or really anything else. Finally, top with the other half of the bacon and we're ready to finish up the pie. Take your remaining sheet or sheets of pastry and lay it gently over the top of the bacon and eggs. Seal up the edges and use a fork to crimp it together. You can do different designs on top, whether that's lattice or a few decorations. There's always leftover pastry when making pie, and I always make a few leaves and flowers for the top. I just cut out the leaves freehand and roll up strips to become flowers. Lastly, use a pastry brush and brush the top of the pie with milk to help it brown, and place your pie into a 200°C or 400°F oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until puffed up and golden brown. You can check the eggs are fully cooked by inserting a knife into the centre to check it comes out clean. Let the pie stand for 5 to 10 minutes before slicing and serving. It'll keep in the fridge for 2 to 3 days, and it's just as good cold as it is hot from the oven. I hope you give this recipe a try, it's simple and easy but so delicious. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.